Why am I talking only about change, change, change? It is because AI is standing behind you. AI is a giant which is standing behind you and which you are not, some of us are not aware of. Because we feel scared to look at the giant and challenge him. Because if we are able to challenge him and bring him to our level of face to face, then AI is not a giant challenging behind you, but he is a friend willing to help you out for the future. Why am I talking on this concept? See, for example, previously you used to have about 20 people writing up ledgers. You used to have a purchase ledger, you have a store's receipt ledger, then you had a store's issue ledger, then you have an inspection ledger for stores for stock, then you had a creditors ledger, you had an inventory ledger, you have a bank, A bank ledger, B bank ledger, cash ledger. There were 20 people working and that they were having jobs. Slowly what happened? This changed. And slowly you had accounting packages like Tally, and beyond Tally you have SAP, then ERP came into being. So what happened? All these activities started being integrated. And that is also AI. That is also a form of AI. Computerization was also a form of AI. So you make one entry in the cash book. Yes, I have purchased goods X and I have issued money to that. I paid my money to that guy. Now what happens when using the Tally or any other software? I'm just talking about Tally because it is understood by everybody. You have Zobo, you have QuickBooks, you have so many techniques by which you are able to use accountants. So you make one entry in the purchase register, it goes and logs on to the purchase register, it also goes in the cash register. One transaction is over. Suppose you are not paying, you are keeping him, he says you will pay after 12 days, 20 days. You create a creditors ledger and it goes automatically to the creditors ledger, registering, logging on in the name of the person from whom you have purchased. Now, as soon as you purchase, it is already logged on to the stores. The stores also gets an information that this item has been purchased and this amount of quantity has been purchased and has been delivered, and you have to now, the question will be delivery. So when you receive the goods, you are able to understand that now the goods have been purchased, the order has been placed, and the order copy is available at stores. You wait for the delivery of the materials. As soon as the material comes, you inspect it, and then you take it to store's register. As soon as it goes to store register, an acknowledgement is made in the purchase that the purchase is complete 100%, and the payment will go through to the creditor, and you are not retaining, and you're not returning the goods back to him. So when these goods are received, I issue it. When I issue it, it automatically goes to the manufacturing department. So as soon as I issue it, the stock register takes note that so much of that particular item which I want for everyday use has reduced. So immediately you you send in a purchase requisition to the department, which automatically logged on, and then the purchase manager or the account manager just looks at it, passes on to the particular purchase manager who places the order, and so the routine continues. Manufacturing is not stopped, manufacturing also continues. All this is a continuous process, and one single entry by one single person, you are able to log on to every area. Well, I just simplified it. It is not so simple. There are still stores, inspectors, there is a purchase manager, but what I am talking about, a separate purchase manager, under him 4 people working for identifying this purchase against that purchase, against this individual, against that supplier. No, all that has become one single constant. One purchase manager, and he is able to understand what he has placed, and it automatically he defines itself to the accounts department, and the accounts department works with him to understand what are the goods that have been purchased, at what price it has been purchased, and when it has to be paid for, and whether he also coordinates directly with the stores department, and the stores department confirms that the goods are in good shape and you can accept it, and so he immediately confirms to the accounts department. Everything is done online, everything is done sitting at one place, and you don't run around. And that has happened to accountancy. That means 20 people has been reduced to 5 people today, and 15 people have lost their jobs. They have become redundant. That has happened. We have adopted it, and we are willing to adopt further changes also into it. So when we can adapt this change in accountancy, why not we adapt and accept further changes in so many other activities? Now this is again AI. How is it going to affect accountancy? It may not affect accountancy, but it may affect the accountant. How? Because AI may be used to put the balances, the reconciliations, everything in one single perception, and it's going to reduce the cost of operations, and it is going to reduce the number of people involved in these operations. And when that involvement reduces, frauds have to take place only with the collusion of very many people who have an inside. It has to be an inside job for a fraud to be to be performed. So when there is a fraud, you will be able to identify the fraud source very quickly, because the number of people using the system will be less because of AI. So AI is going to be beneficial in that way in accountancy. So let's come to other aspects of AI. Now I was talking about, when you look at AI, you're talking about GPS. Now GPS is another AI. It identifies the place where you're driving to. It gives you guidance and shows a way of how you are able to reach that particular place. Now what does it mean? Previously, you could have to stop at particular places, ask a particular person who knows that place, how do I reach this place? Do I turn right? Do I turn left? He will direct you. Then you will come to a place where there will be a 4 road, and there will be also a circle, and you do not know which circle to take place, where you have to get to, which exit you have to take. So you have to stop, talk to a person, find out the exit. Now GPS, what does it do? It automatically says, take the first exit, take the second exit, the third exit. So it gives you a guidance. You do not waste time driving. You are able to keep on smoothly running your engine, which reduces the cost of fuel consumption, which helps you to drive smoothly without any difficulty. It helps you in accessing information by which you will be able to reach your place faster, your destination faster. So that is AI. We have adapted to AI there also. Well, because we have learned to adapt to the circumstances, because it is useful to us. So AI has been useful. So why do we feel scared about AI? Because of the reason that we have been running at the same place, calling themselves as if they are, highly intelligent beings, without which the country cannot run. I'm calling, and those were the software developers. Today, software developers have brought it upon themselves to create the concept of AI. They are the persons who gave formulations to create this AI. So they cannot blame themselves, because that is what is happening. If you want to be a better coder, a better language writer, you go into different avenues and you try to focus on where you can better the product. And when that product, when you look at the product becoming better, Then what happens? A new concept develops. And as the concept develops further and further, you now created what is known as the artificial intelligence, which is going to work without too many coders. It's going to work itself out by itself. So let me talk about it, take it further a little more.